You must impress my friends. Maria handed me the bill, her tone casual yet clearly provocative. 5 open bottles of wine sat on the table, her friends sitting upright, smiles hiding scrutiny. I smiled, taking the bill, my fingers touching the cold paper, knowing tonight was no ordinary dinner. Maria sat beside me, her fingers brushing the back of my hand, a flicker of confidence in her eyes. I noticed Nancy across the table, eyes sharp like knives, every movement seeming to gauge me. Shay swung her legs, occasionally sipping from her glass, never stopping her observation. This is your chance, Stephen, behave properly. Maria whispered, her tone testing and measuring. I nodded, smiling, noting every detail in my mind. The restaurant lights were soft but could not hide the allure of expensive dishes on the table. Crawfish, lobster tails, wagyu steaks filling the table. Maria signaled for everyone to order wine, her friends exchanging glances as if plotting. I sat quietly watching them eat without rushing to speak. Stephen, what do you do for work? Nancy spoke softly with authority. I answered, I do consulting, mostly enterprise software. Someone at the other end of the table raised an eyebrow, suspicion flashing, quickly covered. Where do you live? Your apartment nice, right? Shay added, elbow on table. I replied, downtown, 3-bedroom apartment, convenient for transport. Each answer exchanged glances from Maria's friends as if grading. Maria nodded softly, her voice gentle yet assessing. You are generous. Generous, I thought, understanding the hint I should pay for dinner. I smiled naturally. Of course, this dinner should not be paid by ladies. Her hand lightly grasped mine, satisfaction in her eyes. I took out my credit card, handed it to the server, who nodded and left. I knew you were a good man. The air seemed to freeze on the table, every friend watching my move. Suddenly the server returned, cleared throat, handed back card. Sir, cannot use card. I frowned, tried 3 times, still declined. Maria's face turned pale, staring at me shocked. You have no money. I explained, funds and savings, forgot to transfer to checking, bank closed. Silence fell, everyone frozen. Shay frowned, voice low, then who pays? I suggested we split 6 ways. They looked at each other, clearly unprepared for this outcome. Maria glared at me angrily. You did this on purpose. I calmly replied, not on purpose, money really in savings. She pointed, voice rising, tonight was a test of your ability to pay. I frowned, but you are my girlfriend's friends, not strangers. Maria's smile vanished, anger in her eyes, real men pay. I softly asked, did I complain I gave card to server? She mocked, you knew the importance of this dinner. Outside the restaurant I sat in the car, watching Maria and friends scramble with bills. Everyone rifling wallets, looking for credit cards, chaos. About half an hour later they finally collected cash, eyes full of anger. Maria, fuming, looked back at me. Do you know how embarrassed you made us? I shook head, smiled, sat back silent. I knew the rules hidden behind her dinner test. Days later Maria sent money request, huge amount. You must pay my share for Friday. I refused, screen showed declined. Followed by calls and texts, over 20 missed. I stayed calm, deleted everything, no reply. Curiosity made me check social media, finding more victim stories. Bethany told me her ex also tricked by same test. Each dinner scripted, pay expensive bill if hesitate, dumped. I organized all information, began understanding entire system. Maria and friends had fixed social groups, sharing target mail info. Each member's career, income, car, lifestyle recorded in advance. For each new dinner test they decided to continue relationship based on male reaction. Bethany shared screenshots showing detailed planning for every action. I realized this was more than money test, a carefully designed manipulation game. Each of them a pawn, dinner part of full strategy. I started recording all evidence, screenshots, messages, videos, bank requests. Goal clear, preserve facts, wait right moment to respond. Maria, unsatisfied with refusal, began sending threats. Brother Paul, deep hoarse voice threatening. You must pay or bad things happen. I observed each sentence, confirming source. Further investigation found Paul not brother but ex-Felix. Still obsessed with Maria, executing threats. All threats information recorded. I created small website publishing evidence victim cases protecting privacy. Step exposed entire scam network. Restaurant manager involved provided surveillance testimony. Cascadia had complaints from same group history of partial returns false claims. Other victims testified forming complete chain. 7 fine dining restaurants banned them limiting activity. Maria tried new jobs, each interview failed due to exposure. IRS received anonymous report discovered attempt to expense personal dinners. Tax penalties immediate including fines interest. Credit reputation collapsed social standing fell. Victims shared info forming underground network. Any member attempting similar methods recorded exposed. Maria's friends began blaming each other Nancy, Shay, Maria. Trust collapsed team self-dissolved. Felix ceased contact fearing exposure. Within 3 months Maria unemployed moved back with parents reliant on low-income work. Social media attempts to explain met mockery skepticism. I organized all materials documenting entire event. Daily updated website collected new info ensuring future victims access. Maria sent last message claiming emotional loss. I responded with screenshots showing tutorial and evidence. She blocked completely website active about 100 monthly visits. I knew $78.50 check balance greatest victory. All manipulation deceit powerless before evidence. Maria forced to confront reality admit control over many lives. Days later back at apartment sitting at desk looking at bank accounts. $87.50 and checking full savings intact. I knew her dinner test useless on me. Maria's messages still flashing each accusing. You embarrassed us. I did not reply just organized Bill's dinner photos. Recalling past months' small details she tested me. Buying coffee paying dinner she always hinting. I handled carefully never faltered. Friends joked your girlfriend watching your wallet. I laughed already used to tests. Each test taught observation and emotional control. I began cataloging social info found fixed pattern. Each dinner she notified friends of target male situation. Target's career income car lifestyle recorded. Used to design dinner tests making men pay expensive bills. Checked Instagram TikTok found videos explaining high value women testing men. Each video explicit paying proves value. Entire friend group participants. Not random event but planned long term. Found Bethany confirmed more details. Her ex also tested paying $1,800 then dumped week later. Bethany provided chat screenshots Bill's evidence complete. I began private record document categorizing source time. Realized not personal also protects others. Maria did not expect investigation thought and control. I stayed low-key collected evidence. Every message threat payment request saved. Felix posing as brother Paul threatening. You must pay or trouble. I confirmed voice saved evidence tracked identity. Investigation revealed Paul X not brother. Continued obsessed executing threats. Recorded calls kept evidence. Contacted restaurant management explained situation. Cascadia manager cooperative provided video receipts. Previously partial returns false claims recorded. Organized all info including victim testimony. 7 restaurants affected every time same pattern. Manager confirms systematic problem not coincidence. Collected evidence ready for exposure. At home dedicated folder all info categorized. Each evidence marked source time type. Even if challenged full chain available. Daily check bank social accounts for new threats. Maria began messaging demanding payment. I remained silent continued organizing analyzing behavior. Harassment increased calls every hour. Found Nancy Shay active members sharing target info. Chat screenshots timeline prepared showing each action. Evidence visual clear manipulation. Analyzing discovered fixed rules dinner tests. Men paying expensive bills not complaining kept relationship. Hesitates split bill humiliated or dumped. I realized randomly included in system. Contacted other victims Bethany introduced mails. Provided bills chats bank screenshots. Each similar experience amounts 3,500. Organized into tables showing victim range pattern. Maria's social media clear videos post explaining testing men paying. Uploaded TikTok tutorials target selection. Screenshots save dates. Proved system plan methodical. During organization discovered Felix threatening. Called deep voice pay or trouble. Stayed calm recorded tracked identity. Confirmed ex not brother. Planned exposure careful evidence chain. Contacted restaurant manager's official record. Connected victims integrated materials. Each step cautious avoiding suspicion. Found she tried tax dinner expense violation screenshots preserved. IRS possible intervention could not evade responsibility. Uploaded all materials private website. No personal info only behavior and evidence. Go protect others record facts. Simulated dinner tests logged outcomes. Behavior patterns consistent scripted. Prepared key moment full exposure. Following weeks Maria contacted demanding payment. Silent focused evidence contact restaurants. Felix called threatening recorded each. Messages documented organized. Bethany provided more victims small database. Men income accounts spending habits recorded. Dinner test 1 tool gifts weekends other tests. Organized into flowchart showing scam mechanism. Summarized patterns fixed target pay or eliminated. Smooth payment retained further tested. Hesitate split humiliated then dumped. Continued contacting victims more screenshots bills. Every evidence clear premeditated organized. Many restaurant managers similar experiences willing testify. Daily preparing revenge scenarios. Ensure once act Maria team cannot retaliate. All plans social dinner threats fully grasped. Evidence sufficient to prevent hiding. Week later Maria new message. Ready don't make me chase. Saved screenshot closed phone. Restaurant manager decided report. I cooperated providing behavior records. Manager sent video receipts complete evidence. Bethany reminded new targets. Few days later screenshot new plan engineer target. Added to file ready police submission. Victims send new info statements. Group discussing exposure timing. 8 p.m. Felix call. Pay now. Com asked what benefit. Silent hung up. Saved recording continued organizing. Voice threat proves participation. Next day compiled all into zip. Includes bills, chats, calls, video. All sources marked structure clear. Before disclosure sent last to Maria. Sure continue. Under 3 minutes reply you cannot escape. No response sent files police. Email included victims list restaurant evidence. 3 managers willing testify making case clear. Police replied request formal statement. Arrived office placed files on desk. Officer reviewed confirmed accuracy. Pointed to video key evidence. I nodded added social behavior record. Officer took notes, will start investigation. Days later police contact victims. Victims provided statements more evidence. Stories consistent behavior. Restaurant managers brought independent video multiple skips. Another restaurant confirmed false claims compensation. Evidence chain complete, undeniable. Police filed case summons Maria team. Received notice no direct contact needed. Keep records for evidence. Maria realized investigation started. Sent long frantic message. What did you do why me? I screenshot saved no reply. Minutes later multiple messages. You harming me revenge. I replied recording facts. Conversation stopped long silence. She realized serious. 9 p.m. Felix video call. Did not answer recorded screen. Asked what want? I replied only submitted evidence. Silent seconds she will be finished. No response saved messages. Next morning Maria sent trembling voice. Can we talk? Downloaded saved turned off notifications. Police updated found more victims. Men provided transfers restaurants escape evidence. Actions constitute fraud extortion. 4 p.m. Officer called. She admitted partial behavior. Listened silent. Evening Maria messaged again. Really going this far? I replied, only protecting myself. She sent long confusing text. Said coerce, friends urged. Saved without comment. Bethany said group in chaos. Nancy left chat, Shay blamed each other. All cutting ties, avoiding responsibility. 2 days later police contacted. Issued formal subpoenas, frozen accounts. All participants required investigation. Maria broke down, new voice. I beg withdrawal. Afraid prosecution, losing job. I listened silent. Recording saved, placed on desk. House quiet, wind from window. Investigation week, police organized evidence. Restaurants, victims provided complete picture. Patterns fully exposed. Last day, police notified, case end. Transferred to prosecutor. I agreed, testify if needed. That night, Maria final message. I was wrong, please stop. No reply, archived phone. Team can no longer threaten. Restaurants blacklisted. Victims formed new groups sharing info, support. Felix sent sorry. I replied, accepted, evidence remains. No further messages, stopped. Case public, more shared experiences. Men shared stories, social media. Public understood pattern, truth. Police issued statement describing fraud. Media did not mention me, only overall case. I stayed low-key, not speaking. Weeks later, everything calm. All files stored, hard drive. Computer folder flickered, then quiet. I stood, walked to window, watching street lights. Traffic slow, wind moving branches. At that moment knew it was over. Maria never contacted. All threats, ridicule ended that day. No longer worry, next test. Event left, clear line. No revenge, satisfaction needed, only facts seen. They must face consequences. Turned off light, room quiet. Streetlight through window onto desk. In night, finally felt relief.